Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Zachariah the Ghost. Guys, I was watching episode 34 of The Wife. The TV show is written so well. The storyline is amazing. You guys will understand what I'm talking about. They started the episode by showing us nqoba and the commissioner's wife celebrating at their hotel room. Remember, on the previous episode, they decided to plan a heist to go and steal the money that all those gentlemen who were playing at the poker night contributed or came with, so that they can be the part of, players who will be playing on that night. And remember, that poker night was illegal. That's the reason why they did that in the hotel, and they didn't want too many people to know where they were or to know that they were playing poker. And nqoba came with a master plan whereby they managed to steal, those millions, and we have seen them celebrating. And the commissioner's wife, was so excited because I think that was the first time she did something illegal whereby she see millions that they stole and they own, because she was like saying we can take over the world, because she didn't think that nqoba has it whereby he can plan a heist and pull it through, and pull it off, and they were celebrating. I remember when nqoba was like saying, you know what, let's just drink and celebrate. They were popping champagne, and one thing led to another. The commissioner's wife, she fell asleep. When she wake up early in the morning, nqoba was nowhere to be found with money. The money was gone. nqoba was gone. She thought maybe he went out to buy something so that he can surprise her, but she found out that the guy was gone. She tried his phone. The phone was on voicemail, and she was in shock. She went downstairs to speak with the hotel manager so that they can check the CCTV and check where nqoba went. And they only saw that he went out with bags, but they don't know what was inside those bags. And we saw that nqoba went home and he started counting the money because he was so excited. He was busy counting the money when Mandisa show up to the room. Remember, they're staying together, show up to the room, and she saw the money. She was so excited, and she was like, wow, where does that money come from? Because all the time when nqoba comes with money, she knows that the Zulu brothers, they are saving, 80 million to go and pay the commissioner. But this time he just came alone without the brothers, and she wanted to know. And he was like saying, before you get too excited, this is not my money. It belongs to I think it's Zandile and Nkosana, the brother, Nkosana is the older brother. So that didn't sit well with Mandisa. Mandisa was like saying, really? Like, why are you always putting your life in danger for these people? Because this is so much money whereby we can do a lot of stuff with this money, but you are choosing to save some other people's money. And I sat down and looked at that scene over and over again when she was in shock to see him counting money, and he is saying, this is not my money, this is my brother's money. And if this is his brother's money, that means they are willing to go and pay 80 million for Mvelo's mother. And he is putting his life in danger because of he is the one who is saving that money. Thieves, they can come and rob them and kill them anytime if they can know that they have money in the house. That's when she started putting 2 plus 2 together. She was like saying, you Zulu brothers, you can do anything for your women. And it looks like I'm the only one who is being left out. No, but you didn't buy me a car. You didn't buy me a house. And all I was asking for is a trip to Swaziland to go and see my favorite artist performing Ringo. Mqhele bought Hlomu the house. Of course, let me say, he bought Hlomu the car, and the other Zulu brothers like Nkosana, they decided to build a house for her. It's like technically they just got her a house and also a car. She is married with white wedding and a traditional, wedding, and everybody was there to celebrate the wedding. And when she's looking at, I think it's Zandile her name, but I will go and check it again because I didn't write the name down. Let me say Mvelo's mother, the girlfriend to Nkosana, she is arrested. The commissioner wants 80 million. They are willing to go and get 80 million to bail her out so that she can be out of jail. But these guys, they didn't want to pay 80,000 for her lobola. Now, but when you sit down and you look at that, that's not fair. These guys are willing to go and do CIT, to go and do cash and trans, to put their lives in danger so that they can raise 80 million to go and pay for the girlfriend of their brother. But the same guys couldn't take out 80,000 to go and pay for Mandisa's, lobola. I looked at that, I was like, okay, what they're doing to Mandisa is unfair. Of course, we know that, she was a prostitute, she was, selling meat on the street. Of course, we know that, but people do change. And everybody make mistakes. You can look at all the greatest people around the world, they all made mistakes, but they become the best because of they didn't let their mistakes, let them down. They got refined, they worked on their skills. You can look at even the basketball, football, anybody. We all make mistakes. But why the Zulu brothers are not forgiving Mandisa for the things that she did in the past? Maybe she was doing those things to survive. But they still have those things at the back of their mind of saying, actually, nqoba, you cannot tell us about your woman because of you got her in the club. Or you got her, doing what she was doing on the street. So she will always be for the streets. We cannot respect her as a woman. That's actually what they are saying when they say you cannot compare the two, meaning Hlomu and Mandisa. But then when you look at it again, that scene, it is so important because Mandisa, she has a good man, a militant guy, honorable guy, the guy who will do anything for the family, the guy who's willing to go to war for those who he loves. He loves Mandisa so much. Yes, she was, selling, but he gave her hope so that she can also be respected. They are running the business together. He never put hands on her. He provide, he buy food. He made sure that Ndumiso, their son, he is well looked after. He's a good man. He just don't have that much money of, splashing that money and buying designer clothes and, bragging outside there. But he's a good man. He do everything for the love of the family. He's a solid guy. She's blessed to have that kind of a guy. But she doesn't see that because she is not looking at her cards. She's looking at other people's cards. Now, she wanna be in the same situation where Hlomu is. But she doesn't know that Hlomu couldn't even carry the baby from mqhele. Because of this is the same guy who beat her until she get the miscarriage. That's why they say be careful what you wish for. Because of now she had a solid guy who will do anything for her, who will respect her, who will always listen to her even if when she is shouting, even if when she is disrespecting him, because she is always saying he doesn't deserve to be with her. Those are her words. Like he is not even on her level. All right. Now on the other side, let's look at on the other side. Hlomu is dealing with a lot because mqhele, he is forcing her to forgive him. He is buying designer watch, with the watch with, her initials. He's trying everything. He still wants to massage her. And remember, Hlomu can remember vividly because of now once he massage, those soft hands, they tend to become hard. And she don't allow him even to put the lotion, at her back. Because she knows that you allow him to become closer to you, he become physically, abusive. So I love that scene because of they show us Mandisa complaining, not knowing what she has, and they also show us, Hlomu and mqhele, or mqhele to be more specific. Now mqhele was walking in the room and he saw this, a red bag, or I can say paper bag. And when he checked inside, there is baby clothes there, and he started asking like, baby clothes in the house, what is going on? Now she lied to him, of course. She was like saying, you know what, this is for my friend. My friend is having a baby shower. Because remember, she didn't tell him that, I was pregnant, but because of you decided to beat me brutally, I got the miscarriage. She said it's the baby shower, this and that. And mqhele was like saying, look, we are Zulu brothers, and we don't just carry this, little presents. Why are you only having this? If you need money, I have to give you more money so that you can go and get bigger presents, so that when you show up to your friends, they will know that you are married to the Zulu brothers, or you are married to the Zulu family. She was like saying, no, it's okay, my friend will bring other presents. That's when mqhele was like saying, it looks like you need more help with, the lotion to your back. And she was like, no, I'm cool. I just want to, put lotion here and go to work. After work, I have to go to the baby shower. He kissed her, but she was cold. She went to sit in her Mini Cooper, which was bought by him. She sat there. Then qhawe, went to the car because he wanted to go to the taxi rank. I think he was like driving the older brothers, yellow hammer or hammer, if I may say. He went there to greet her because she was sitting in the car for a while, without saying anything. You can tell that she is in pain or she is in deep thoughts. He went there to greet her, and he said, I was just checking you. As a responsible family member, or as a person who really loves somebody, you need to go and check, your family members time after time. Like, I was just checking, man, how is things? How's your day so far? All this type of stuff. That shows love and support. And he can see that she was not well, but she was like pretending that she's fine. He was like, okay, I was just checking you. But by the time he was leaving, then she called him back, and that's when she was asking him, can you please take me to work? He was like saying, you know what, no problem, I can take you to work. I was going to the taxi rank, by the way, because she said she was not feeling well. So she didn't even say a word when they were driving, to her workplace. And he noticed that when he dropped her to a, workplace, and he said, I realized that you haven't said a word. What is the problem? Is it everything okay between you and mqhele? She was like saying, everything is fine. I don't want to tell you anything, actually. But you can tell that, she is pressed. She wants to say something, but she's afraid or she's scared of saying it because of mqhele is brutal. He was like saying, okay, I was just checking you. I will tell mqhele to come and pick you up later because of you said you're not feeling well. And she said, no, don't tell mqhele, just come and pick me up yourself. And that's when he saw that, something is not right between the two of them. And he wanted to ask again the question, what is the problem? Just be honest with me. She got upset, and she was like saying, you know what, forget about it. I'll just go myself. And he was like saying, okay, it's okay, I'll come and pick you up. Now he left, he went to the taxi rank. And mqhele was like bragging with the other guys, telling them that, you know what, I'm a married man, I'm no longer eating, food from the street, the food which is, cooked with a big pot, and other guys were saying, since you got married now, you got wings now, yeah, papa, now you are like, yeah, you are that type of a guy now. And that's when qhawe received a text from Hlomu. She was like saying, mqhele hit me again. And he didn't take that lightly. He went to mqhele and rushing to him. And the rest is history. They just became physical there. They have to brutally, punch each other. And once again, the brothers were there, to break off the fight, and nqoba was there, Sambulu was there once again, Nkosana was there also to make sure that, he can break off the fight. And remember, these guys are not, those kind of guys that you can allow anybody to step in. When they are fighting, they are brutal. So they need their bigger brothers to come and, break off the fight. And I like how Nkosana is disciplining them. He makes sure that they become physical if they don't listen. And once he slapped one of them, you can tell the one who was slapped, how he become calm, how he understand that now the brother is very angry when he's starting to become physical. And I just love, how he break off the fight. And qhawe kept on saying, let him tell you what he did, Guys, it's something else. To see these two brothers, fighting again for the same woman, And now Hlomu is trapped between these guys. The other one is defending her to death, but the other one saying, I love you so much, but he keep on abusing her. And this guy who's saying, I love you too so much, he was not even supposed to be on the picture, because he's the guy who just hijacked and took a great woman, a beautiful soul, and now he is like damaging that woman, and it is just heartbreaking. And now on the other side, man, we have seen that the commissioner's wife, after she found out that qhawe is nowhere to be found, the money is gone, she was drinking whiskey a lot, and you can tell that will give a courage of saying, if I cannot find him here at the hotel, I need to go to his house. And maybe that's when we saw that clip whereby she found Mandisa and she confronted Mandisa. And also when you look at Mandisa on the other side, she is so upset, man, because she sees that we have money in this house, but the money doesn't belong to us. The money belongs to the other, Zulu brothers, especially the older one, Nkosana. And she just saw Nkosana giving, mqhele 5 million to go and, marry Hlomu. And she doesn't understand why he doesn't do the same thing to her, because she's the mother of Ndumiso. She was supposed to be treated well, because she is the only one who has a child, if we cannot speak about, Mvelo's mother, because she is in jail. It's just one of those. When you look at it on the other side, you will understand why Mandisa is raging that much. But sometimes when people don't love you, don't show you respect, they will never love you. No matter if you can try to force yourself, into their lives, they will never see you as their equal. And that's the biggest problem. And it looks like she really wants them to respect her. She really wants what they cannot give her. And it's impossible, because they don't love her that much. Like they even, love Hlomu. Guys, join me when I review episode 35. Because I was like saying, I want to talk about the episode, 34. And I decided to skip some of the things because they don't, contribute much to the storyline. I am going to, strictly speak about things which I think they are going to be very much important into the storyline, because we just don't want to waste time. We want to talk about things which are very much important, and I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Thank you. And before I forget, after the fight of qhawe and mqhele, nqoba decided to, speak with Nkosana, and he wanted to show Nkosana something. They went to the house. That's when he took out the money, and he said, my brother, this is what I wanted to show you. I managed to raise, the 15 million that we needed to go and pay, the commissioner. Remember, they have 65 million, so they needed 15 million so that they can go and give the commissioner. And Nkosana didn't know what to say. He hugged him, and nqoba was like saying, man, don't cry on me, or before you cry, he was like, giving that distance. But you can tell these are brothers. Nqoba did everything he can so that he can, use the commissioner's wife to get money that they needed, because they knew that it wasn't easy for them to go and do the CIT again, the cash and transfer, because the police are doing everything in their power so that they can catch people who are doing the CIT. And I love that scene, because of, although he was with the commissioner's wife, he is showing his brother that I was not just with the commissioner's wife, but I was doing something big so that I can take out your girlfriend out. I can take out Mvelo's mother out, because we are running out of time and we desperately need money. So I saw the opportunity and I decided to deliver. You see, now they are unleashing nqoba, and I like how they're giving him that freedom whereby he can do what he do best. Because the Zulu brothers, sometimes they're holding him back. nqoba just want to rage, he want to go out there, he want to attack. He is not the type of a brother who want to sit down and defend. He want to go and attack, before danger show up to their doorstep. And I like that about him. And, I almost forgot to put that scene, right there, because it's much important, because that scene is going to be a good build-up, to Nkosana calling the commissioner, arranging the meeting when he is also going to see Mvelo's mother in jail, because of he already saw the money that nqoba showed him. So he is sure about the 15 million. He saw it, and he knows that it will be safe to nqoba's house because of nqoba already showed him that he is responsible and he can save money. Remember, they have been bringing money to him all this time. So I think, Nkosana did well by also, calling the commissioner, knowing that if my brother has that money, that means we are solid, because of my brother will do anything in his power, to save the family. I appreciate you guys showing me love and support. Thank you.